and welcome back to our channel. Today in the kitchen, the recipe is peanut butter fudge. This fudge only takes 2 ingredients, takes you around 5 to 10 minutes to mix it up and refrigerate it for 4 to 5 hours, and you have homemade peanut butter fudge. So come on, and I'm going to show you one of the simplest ways you can make old-fashioned peanut butter fudge. And it's the cheapest way too. So if you're watching your budget on your money right now, with groceries as high as they are, this will be a cheap, easy way to make your family some peanut butter fudge, and they'll never know it only took 2 ingredients. So come on, and we're going to get started on making this fudge, and I'm going to show y'all which pan to use and how to mix it up and how to use the parchment paper to make it lift out easy, and how to cut it into the little 1-inch squares or 2-inch squares like you get fudge when you buy it at the store in those little containers. And I'm going to even give you some ideas on how to pack it if you decide you want to give it for gifts, or a serving platter if you want to serve it at one of your little get-togethers, you know, through the holidays or any time of year. So come on, and I'm going to turn y'all around here now and show you what it's going to take, what you're going to use to make it. Okay, to make your 2-ingredient peanut butter fudge, you're going to need a container of icing, any kind of icing. This one is cream cheese. You could do chocolate, and that would give you chocolate peanut butter fudge. But we just went with plain vanilla today, cream cheese vanilla, and that's going to be just regular peanut butter fudge. And then you're going to need any kind of store-bought, any kind of cheap brand. That's all you've got to do. Just get the cheapest brand of peanut butter you can get. This one is a creamy peanut butter from the Dollar General. And you've got to have 16 ounces. And this one is actually the bigger one, so I've got to measure my 16 ounces out. Or you can buy the container that's 16 ounces. But just any kind of cheap brand of peanut butter will work. Just make sure you don't go with the all-natural peanut butter that has a lot of the oils in it, because that won't work with that one. You've got to use just the like Jiffy or the cheap brand of peanut butter. And I'm going to show y'all how you do your pan. You cut your parchment paper a little longer on the ends, that way you'll have like handles, and leave the sides shorter. You'll turn it over and put your parchment paper on the bottom of your pan and get it into the square shape, and then cut the little corners off. And then when you get ready to, I've already sprayed this one, but to get your parchment paper to stick to your pan, just spray it, you know, with your cheap cooking spray. And then just put your parchment paper down in that pan, and that'll help it from shifting. Whenever you're pouring your fudge, that'll help your parchment paper stay in place, just that little bit of cooking oil of any kind. So now let's turn around here, and we're going to get started on mixing these ingredients together and watch the magic happen. Okay, we'll start with our icing first. And I've already took my rim off, my little silver cover for it, and make sure you get all the aluminum foil off, because you're going to be putting it in the microwave. And what we're going to do is we're going to put that in the microwave for 1 minute. Okay, that's what it looks like when it comes out of the microwave. It's a little jiggly, and it's runny, so be real careful with it too, because it's hot. So you got your bowl where you want it, and this, you need a bowl big enough to mix these 2 ingredients in. And you're just going to take that and pour that into your big mixing bowl, and then get you a rubber spatula of any kind, or a wooden spoon would work, and just make sure you get all your icing out of your container. And then set that to the side. And now we're going to use this same plate, and we're going to heat up our peanut butter, and we're going to heat it up for 30 seconds at a time and check it. And that's what the icing looks like once it's been melted for 1 minute. We're going to set that to the side because we got to mix our peanut butter up good when it comes out. Okay, it's starting to get a little bit thinner. Okay, this is 1 minute and 30 seconds. And I believe this will be the last time. We'll finish that 30 seconds. It's got 16 seconds left. And we're going to take it out and see how it looks. Okay, I can tell by looking. I believe the peanut butter is ready also. Yep. Now, if you ever need to get peanut butter out of a jar, just putting it in the microwave for about 30 seconds to 60 seconds would surely help you be able to get that peanut butter out of that jar a lot easier. Because look at that. Okay, now let's get it mixed together. I'm going to pour our peanut butter in there. And I'm going to have to get this all out here. And now we're just going to start giving it a good mix. And make sure you get the two ingredients incorporated real good together. You want it to where you don't see any of the white of the icing. And it's already pretty much turned. And just keep mixing it until you see it starting to get a little thick. And it's already turning the texture. You can tell by the look of it and the way it's filling. It's starting to get a little thicker. Just give it a few minutes to do its magic. Then it thickens right back up. And make sure you get all the white streaks from the icing mixed in real good. Incorporate all the icing and the peanut butter together. Now see how it's starting to turn a lot thicker? It's starting to thicken up just within those few minutes of mixing. And it's a pretty color too. It's shiny from the oils in that peanut butter. Okay, now we're going to get our pan over here. Get all these sides scraped down because we don't want to leave any. And that's what it's looking like. And we're going to get it in our dish. Okay, now we're going to put it in our dish. And I picked a heavy bowl. This bowl is heavy. Now we're going to get it in our dish. And see how the parchment paper stays in place It's not trying to fall out or shift around in the pan. And then you just take it and use your spatula and just start spreading it out evenly. And then once you get it in there and spread it the way you want it, just give it a little tap on the counter. Make sure you have a mat or something under your dish. And just give it that little tap, and that helps it settle down in there real good. Okay, we're going to put this now in the refrigerator, and we're going to let it chill for about 4 to 5 hours. And then when it's through chilling, we'll bring y'all back and let you see what it turns out like. Okay, y'all, there's what our fudge looks like after it's chilled for about 4 hours. And now we're going to take it out of the pan, and these sides that you left on your parchment paper, this is what you're going to do with it. You just take the parchment paper and lift up on it, and see how it comes out of there? Just as easy, and it's still stuck to your parchment paper. So now we're going to move the dish out of our way. Oh, it smells so good, y'all. It's going to be good. And now we're going to cut the fudge, and I'm going to show you. I just cut it around the 1.5 maybe inch squares, maybe a little bit littler. About 1 to 1.5 is what we like. You can cut them littler or bigger. And we're going to start cutting it up and show you what it looks like now. We'll just leave it on the parchment paper right there. And I'm going to cut it. And it's pretty hard, so you got to bear down a little bit, because that really sets up just like fudge. We'll go a little bit bigger. And then once you get all your cuts this direction, you'll go back and cut it for the 1-inch little bite-sized squares. This would make a good little Christmas gift for somebody, or just to put out when your family comes for Christmas, or just to have any time of the year if you want something sweet. This is an easy, simple dessert to make. And now we're just I'm gonna do like just 2 at a time, because it's pretty hard to cut. But you can see, like, I'll show you this one. See how formed it is and solid? And I'm just gonna take the knife now and cut them in little bite-sized pieces. Because it's sweet, so when you're eating it, you don't want much more than that amount at a time, because it's real sweet and sugary. So you can't eat a lot of it at once. But it sure is a good treat to have on special occasions. Okay. Now we're gonna, what you could do, you could either serve it on this kind of platter if you're having like a dinner for Christmas, and serve it on a platter, or you could use these little tins, and I actually put like a little paper towel down in it. These are the little old-timey tins you can get with cookies in it, and save them to repurpose them for presents. Or you could even use a mason jar. But that right there would make a good little gift for somebody, just to say, Merry Christmas. And that fits that little can just perfect. I wanted to show y'all one how it's firm but chewy on the inside. So let's give it a taste test. That's good, y'all. I hope y'all give this video a try and make these little gifts for Christmas or any time of year for your parties. But there's just something about old-timey fudge that everybody likes, and it brings you back to the good old days whenever they had to make something sweet to eat with little ingredients. But if y'all like this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe to our channel if you hadn't already. And y'all always remember, food and family, a family that eats together stays together. Thanks for watching.